Now, Romeo, we know that you are the outgoing, the outgone, whatever the word is.
Let's clear it up. Is he outgone or outgoing?
Two more weeks to go.
2 more weeks.
2 more weeks to go, and I'm unemployed.
Then you joins Vavi.
Yes. Are you then unemployed?
Yeah, we're going to get into where you're going next, but here's the fight that's being put at your doorstep and you're still there for 2 weeks. And they're promising to pay up to 10,000 Rand to get your Vodacom, your MTN subscribers to switch to Cell C. How do you even come back to the idea of a cool 10,000 Rand in my pocket?
I'm sure my colleagues back at the office are working it out and will come back with a bang. Look, it's a highly competitive sector, as you know, and Cell C being the third player, going up against MTN and Vodacom has been really hard for them. But yeah, it's an interesting proposition for customers, and customers at the end of the day will make the choice.
It's taken a long time for the third player to be allowed in, and one feels that they'll never actually catch up, Cell C. They're trying. But what puzzles me, Romeo, look, there are big billions being made by MTN and Vodacom. Yes, a private sector is about making profit and so on. When they talk about termination rates and switching rates, and I think, guys, can't we just switch if we want to? Why do you have to charge us? Can't the industry be more imaginative? When one of the big 2 or 3 says, we're not going to charge termination rates, and just pull the rug out from under the others.
Well, it's easier said than done, but there's cost of carrying whatever call. Somebody has to carry the cost. So it's not easy simply to say we're not going to charge for it. So whether the call is moving from Telkom to MTN or MTN to Vodacom, somebody has to pay the charge of that cost, the cost of carrying whatever traffic moves from one network to the other. So, there's just no way it could be zero.
Now, one of the things that Jose was talking about, Singo, is that they're trying with this campaign to shake this perception that Cell C is just a prepaid a network, and that they could really take the fight to Vodacom and MTN on the contractual platform. From where you sit as an analyst, do you even see this as a possibility? Do you think that this campaign can actually achieve that objective?
Look, it's an aggressive campaign. It's at the moment still difficult to sort of comprehend and fathom how it will really work out. What if a client does move to Cell C and get their 10,000 bucks, and 3 months later they decide they want to go back to Vodacom because Vodacom has got a stronger network? There's other issues involved.
It's called pay back the money. That's what you do.
So how are they gonna encounter that situation? How are they gonna deal with that?
I want to ask one more question of Romeo, but then I want to talk about his brilliant career, because going from show business to business. I want to know why these cell phones can make you a cup of tea, they can walk the dog for you, they can set out your life's career and draw up your CV, but you can't keep a signal. You drop the signal.
That's a brilliant question.
When are you guys going to, I know you're only one of you guys for the next 2 weeks, when are you going to keep the signals up?
Look, both MTN and Vodacom and even Cell C have committed to investing billions of rands in improving the infrastructure. But really, where we are suffering, particularly in this area, around the Sandton area, is permits to build. I was chatting to one of the CTOs. They were telling me they've got about 4,000 sites that are waiting for approvals from municipalities to local provincial governments.
So that's the problem.
So between Vodacom, MTN and Cell C, you probably have close to 10,000 sites that are ready to be rolled out, but just waiting for permits to be approved. And remember, in this area, people tell us about these masts that are going up and don't want to give permits. Areas like Bryanston, Sandhurst, Hyde Park, we can't get permits to build.
And this is because it's unsightly? Is that the issue?
That's the issue. I mean, in my own estate, we can't get sites approved. We need 3 sites approved in the area, and the residents are saying no to it.
Now, these funny, very perfect palm trees, they look all right. Yeah. But Romeo, I said you went from show business to business. What are you going to do next?
Well, put together a bunch of ICT professionals, a private equity fund focusing on investment in the ICT sector and focusing on mainly infrastructure. So when you look at the backlog in South Africa around infrastructure, particularly in the ICT space, so looking at fiber to the home and fiber to the business, that's really going to be my focus area in my business.
Are you participating in finding your successor? You've still got 2 weeks to go. The announcement was made public just a couple of weeks ago, but no doubt you've been well aware that you're stepping out, and Vodacom's been well aware. Who's coming into your place?
The board has to do that. In terms of proper governance, I don't have any say as to who takes over from me. There's a succession plan that's been put in place, and so the board nominations committee will will announce. I think the board will probably announce before I leave who will take over from me.
So what's it been like being part of the big corporate?
It's been fantastic. It's 11 years of Vodacom, and you know, seeing the growth and seeing the launch of all sorts of interesting, innovative products and services. And it's been amazing being part of the journey of the Vodacom story. You know, I joined in 2004, halfway through the story, and here I leave, and the company is just, you know.
And the Africa component to that story, I mean, you spent quite a bit of time in Tanzania as the managing director there. Prospects for Vodacom in Africa, and what you think you've built as a bedrock there?
Look, on the one hand, pretty excited about the markets that we're in, Tanzania, the DRC Congo, Mozambique, exciting markets. And we've grown those markets, we are dominating in those markets, #1 player in those markets. But on the other hand, pretty disappointed as well that in my time there, we couldn't add on more markets. It's been really tough. There are not many assets that are available. And those that are available are pretty expensive. The prices are pretty high, and our shareholders are not prepared to pay those kind of. So yeah, it's been tough. It's been tough growing.
Now, Romeo, there's many male viewers as well as female viewers who are watching the show today who've asked me particularly to ask you to come clean about who you support between Kaizer Chiefs and Pirates once and for all.
He wondered what was coming there. Did you see his face?
Look of fear.
What's he going to ask?
Once and for all. I mean, we know Vodacom has been a very big supporter of both teams.
Well, they keep their options open, eh?
They keep their options open. You're on your way out. I see it. I see Kaizer Chiefs written all over your face.
Well, there is, yeah. I mean, I'm on my way out, so now I can declare that I am a diehard and Kaizer Chiefs supporter for life.
Singer?
Yeah, I've always been a Kaizer Chiefs supporter.
And I see some peace signs behind the camera as well. Yeah. So, are you in the local football scene?
Don't follow me, follow the birds.
Oh my goodness.
And they are going down.
Aren't you relegated?
Well,
you are relegated. It's all over.
We don't like to admit it.
Well, that's a very big thank you to Romeo Khumalo, a former COO of Vodacom.